Bitter heat in the summer. Brutal cold in the winter. Violent weather patterns occurring across the globe with more frequency and greater destructive capability than ever before.
When we look at all these storm cells happening around the globe, it seems that the power and focus of these storms is almost being engineered. We can look at the paths of hurricanes and see that they're not random anymore.
What if there's a more sinister explanation? Something man-made? Some say there's a top-secret government device that can destroy our world. Capable of causing earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis. Conspiracy theorists say it can even be used to control your mind. Has the U.S. government created the ultimate weapon of war? Something more devastating than a nuclear bomb? If so, who will feel the brunt of such a terrifying technology? And what can we do to stop it? Tonight, we'll unseal the government's secret files on HAARP. What if the history you were taught in school was all a lie? Is our government controlled by a secret society? Welcome to the world of conspiracy, where cover-ups, secrets, and hidden agendas all trace back to a single source. We're about to unseal the secret files the government doesn't want you to know about. This is Unsealed Conspiracy Files. About 180 miles from Anchorage lies the solitary town of Gakona, Alaska. It is here where, according to some, one of the most dangerous projects ever conceived by the U.S. government is currently taking place, and the public knows virtually nothing about it. It's the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, better known as HAARP.
The HAARP installation is a 35-acre facility that has over 160 antenna arrays all linked up together. They have a 3.6 million watt transmitter which shoots ELF, or extremely low frequency waves, into our ionosphere, which then bounce back to Earth, increasing exponentially in power.
The government says HAARP is merely a research facility. Some experts believe that the real purpose of this top-secret installation is as a weapon against our enemies, and maybe even our own people. The potential damage caused by this facility has already proven all too real.
So there's some that theorize that these mass animal deaths are and could be connected to the HAARP installation doing these experiments, which again, we have no idea what the effects truly are.
Dairy cattle afflicted with behavioral aberrations, damaged fetal tissue, cataracts. Unexpected wildlife mutations have been cropping up near the radiation paths of these antennas for years.
It's theorized that when HAARP is in operation and they're shooting these ELF waves up into the ionosphere, that's affecting animal migrations and herds of animals.
The list of HAARP's unintentional side effects goes on.
If you are affecting whale migrations or honeybee migrations, you're not just affecting those animals, you're affecting planet Earth as a whole. People should be highly concerned if HAARP is really affecting the fundamental powers of nature.
The origin of HAARP is shrouded in mystery and deception. Unsealed case file. The HAARP patent. 1987. Houston, Texas. The patents, which would allegedly lead to HAARP, are filed by an oil company physicist.
In looking at the actual patent for the HAARP instrumentation, it says here on the cover, a method and apparatus for altering a region in the Earth's atmosphere, ionosphere, or magnetosphere.
The official goals of HAARP? to communicate with submarines deep underwater, to search for sites of military interest using powerful radio waves, to enhance radio transmission by heating and interacting with the Earth's ionosphere. But it's the alleged unofficial goals of HAARP that most worry its detractors.
This patent has all sorts of military applications. It can be employed as an early warning device. It says right here, it puts unprecedented amounts of power in the Earth's atmosphere.
The government continues to deny that the facility is being used in an attempt to affect the weather. But patent number 4686605 says something very different.
We're talking about a weapon. So it's very interesting that all throughout this patent, it's actually spelled out in black and white the actual uses for this to be some type of weather modification.
But just because HAARP could affect the weather doesn't mean it has.
With weather manipulation, you can turn a cloudy day into a sunny day, you can turn a sunny day into a rainy day, even create a tornado out in the middle of nowhere if you really wanted to.
Coming up next, are natural disasters really natural? Is HAARP responsible for the dramatic rise in extreme weather conditions? And what is the government planning to do about it? Unsealed. Conspiracy Files. Welcome back to the world of conspiracy. This is Unsealed. Conspiracy Files. Many attribute the upturn in severe weather around the world to man-made global warming. But with the creation of the high-powered antenna array known as HAARP, is it possible that mankind's role in the weather is more than incidental? Is a top-secret government project actually controlling the weather? We've done it before. Unsealed Case File. Operation Popeye. March 1967. The Ho Chi Minh Trail. Ground zero in the battle to control the weather. Seeking an edge in the intensifying Vietnam War, the U.S. military launches a bold initiative.
Operation Popeye was a weather manipulation program during the Vietnam War. What they wanted to do was seed clouds or create clouds to then cause a torrential downpour on troops on the battlefield.
The goal? Increase rainfall and deny the North Vietnamese access to their supply routes.
And they did. They extended a monsoon season by 30 days.
Officially, the aircraft and their crews were part of normal weather recon operations. But in reality, something far more sinister was going on. And some conspiracy theorists think the government is making it happen again. Unsealed Case File. Hurricane Katrina. August 23rd, 2005. The Bahamas. The National Weather Service begins tracking a medium-sized storm heading to Florida. Mysteriously, the unremarkable storm suddenly transforms into a Category 5 hurricane with winds gusting up to 175 miles per hour. Some say Hurricane Katrina was not an act of nature, but an act of war.
When Hurricane Katrina stopped, she went on a very straight path. It's not a path that most hurricanes take. It was almost a beeline. It was a beeline right through into the Gulf of Mexico, aiming right at the heart of New Orleans. That was such a precise hurricane that a lot of people began to wonder, was that being manipulated?